think we're live. Trying a different platform here. See how this works out with lives. Can you guys see me and hear me okay? If so, type in a 1 down in the chat. Actually, which way is it? This way? That way. Type in the chat. It's kind of hard to determine which way is which when you're looking at the screen. How are you guys all doing tonight? Hopefully pretty well. What's today? Today's Thursday, so got one more day to the weekend. So should be nice. I'm just getting used to this platform, so I got to figure out where everything is, kind of navigate through here so I can see all the comments. I do know using this platform to stream is a little bit delayed, like on your side, probably 5 seconds or something like that, but should work out for what we need to do during this live. What's going on? Let's see here. Who's in the chat tonight? Rebecca got first. Hey, how about that? Got Full Blown Country. Linda Peterson. Treasure Hunter. What's going on, man? Neil, good to see you. Melinda. Got Heather in here. That's awesome. Got everybody. This is great. No judgment here with Tish Ross. Tish, good to see you. Good evening. Full Blown Country. Right after that. Awesome. This is great. It's good to see all of you guys here. We got Journey Along with Shannon. Yeah. Oak, Carrie, how are you doing? This is great. Got a good crowd this evening. This is awesome. Organized Pineapple, good to see you. Got Roadhog. Joe Jacobson, welcome in. I think it's the first time I've seen you in here. Welcome. All right, who else we got? Marianne, good to see you. Good evening. Yeah, trying to get used to this new platform, so got things kind of going on all over the place on my screen, so trying to make sense of all of it and navigate it while live. That's kind of a challenge. You know how that goes. Hey, good to see you. I think I can actually click on people's comments here too. Let's see this. Let's see if we can make Tish on the big screen here. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Awesome. First time I've used this platform. Never used it before. I've been a guest on other lives that people use it. So we're trying it out tonight. Hopefully it'll help us do what we want to do. Can you guys hear me okay as far as the volume goes on the microphone? Let me know. I tried to set it right because I noticed like last time it was a little quiet. So tried to change it a little bit. Nunya on the back 20. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Yeah, that was great. It's good to have all you guys here. So let's talk about camping. This past weekend, I went camping. I knew it was going to be kind of cold. Didn't realize how cold it was going to be. Thank you, Shannon. I appreciate that. Yeah, I was wondering about the sound. Okay, now my camera doesn't want to focus. There we go. Yeah, so I knew it was going to be a pretty cold trip going camping, but went anyways. Knew it was going to be fun. On the way there, driving, there was a little bit of sporadic or spontaneous kind of rain up on the way there. Drove through a couple storms on the way there. I'm sure you guys probably had that. If you guys are around Texas, there's a lot of that going on. And kind of in the mid-central part of Oklahoma, I believe they got some snow too over what was it, Friday, Saturday. But yeah, glamping. Yeah, so got there. It was after dark. Still kind of spitting out a little bit of rain. It was almost sleet. Some of it was kind of sleet, but it wasn't too bad. So it didn't make the ground wet or muddy, thank goodness, over there. So it was pretty dry where our campsite was. And hey, Nora, good to see you. I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. But yeah, so kind of raining, just very slightly, little spits of rain, not too bad though. And it was windy though, so that added to the challenge of trying to put up the tent in darkness as well. But got it set up, and then it was so late. I was like, I'm not going to be cooking food. It's too late. It's hard enough getting everything set up. So me and my friends, we went back into town, and we got some dinner at a restaurant there and came back and got everything set up. But that night, I think it dropped in, I think it was about 29 degrees. So it was still chilly, but not too bad. I had my sleeping bag. I'm not sure what it's rated for temperature wise, but I had the sleeping bag and I had a wool blanket that I used, a camping wool blanket. That helped a lot. And I think I had two hoodies on and a jacket on top of that. So tried to keep warm. Layers. Got to do layers when you're out there. So I didn't see any like frost or anything when I got up on any of the tent or anything like that. But yeah, that was the first night. So first night camping on the ground, sleeping on the ground isn't always the best. I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's not always the best the first night. Second night, I slept a lot better. But during the day on Saturday, we wanted to do camping. My friends and I'm not camping. We wanted to go hiking. So we made breakfast, that type of thing. And the other thing that kind of made it difficult the first night sleeping, we had a noisy neighbor. So we were in an area of different camping sites, and it's the first time I've ever had a really noisy neighbor like that. But yeah, it was bad enough to where my friends and I were like, hey, first thing today after we eat breakfast, let's see if there's another campsite available further away. So that was our first priority. So ate breakfast, went and checked in the office, and got a different campsite. So that's the first time I've ever moved campsite because of some noisy neighbors. But hey, it happens. And we had moved, and those people decided to leave that night. They were going to stay 2 nights, but they decided to leave for whatever reason. So it was quieter. But we weren't the only ones that thought they were noisy. There were other campers around that we didn't know that were strangers saying the same thing. So yeah, it's just the way it goes, So got our new campsite. We literally just unstaked our tent and picked it up and walked it over there, probably 30 yards, something like that, or 40 yards. So it worked out. So after that, what did we do? We went hiking. We found a good trail and hiking for 3-4 hours, something like that. Really fun, really awesome. And then after the hiking, I got to show you this. I'm going to, oh man, I got to learn how to do this. I'm going to share my screen. I want to talk about, actually more like show you guys some pictures. I'm going to show you a picture here. Is this the right one? I think it's the right one. Okay. Yeah, I'll share some pictures with you guys here. Boom. All right. Add. There we go. Hopefully you guys can see that now. It's pretty awesome. So this is what I woke up to. We were right next to the lake shore there. So super pretty in the morning. I think this was the first morning on Saturday morning, and I took some pictures here. So very pretty though. You get to see the steam or the fog coming off the lake there. Very beautiful. It was really pretty and really enjoyed it. So here's a little bit more when the sun's coming up, and you can see all the trees changing colors with the fall and autumn. And here's the sun coming in the morning. But it was really pretty. It was really nice. The ducks were certainly noisy though in the morning. Around 5 a.m. you could hear them coming in and landing right there in the water and quacking, of course. But really, really cool. Yeah, it's a super pretty lake. And the other thing that's interesting, this is Lake Murray Lake. And I think there's another lake that's like it in Oklahoma, but there's not much aquatic life inside of this lake. And what I was reading was it's because there's not very many minerals in the soil or the rocks, and so it doesn't support very much aquatic life in there. But the other thing is that the clarity of the water is like second to none, just about. Like for a man-made lake like this, it's very clear. Yeah, when the sun wasn't shining or was shining in a certain way, you could see down 3-4 feet in some areas. So yeah, very beautiful though. Had some really pretty colors in the water during the day when the sun was up too. Lake Murray State Park, or Murray, depending upon who you talk to and how they pronounce it. Lake Murray. Yep. Yeah. So those are those two pictures. And then I'm going to show you guys this picture right here. This is called Tucker Tower. And so I'm going to read the description on it for you guys. But Tucker Tower, it was originally intended as a summer residence for the governor at that point of Oklahoma, William H. Murray. So they originally were building it for him, and then they halted and stopped working on it. I think this was in the 30s, something like that. And so they stopped building it for a while, and then I think it was during President Eisenhower, when they decided they wanted to make it a state park, that they finished the construction on it. So pretty neat though. And you don't think it's that high, but I mean we're talking like, if you look right here at the base where the water is, and then up there where the rocks are, it's a long ways up there. It's not low. I'll just say that. Pretty crazy. Yeah, they do have horseback riding there. I did notice that just before we were going in the park, which would be fun. I like horse riding. But yeah, it's a long ways up there, and they actually have it open to the public, and so it's like a museum. They have little exhibits inside of it, and you can go in there. And in the actual tower part, it talks about it, but these were constructed for bedrooms right here in the tower, and you can go up to the first bedroom and then the second bedroom, and then it has a spiral staircase that goes straight up to the top. And there's a lookout right up here. You guys can probably see that right there at the top. So you can go up there and you can see for a long ways. It's a very, very beautiful lookout area, and it was super windy up there. We were down on the ground and it wasn't that windy, but once we get up there to the top, it was super windy. So I got a couple photos from being up there on top, and I will show you those. Okay, so here's one. I did a wide lens picture on this one, just so you could see more of the sky. But it was super, super pretty, and you can see just the sky and the clouds, really wavy. It was very beautiful that day. And I think the high was 52 degrees. So as long as the sun was out, it wasn't too bad. But if the sun hadn't been there and it was cloudy, it would have been cold. But very beautiful. Here's a picture looking down, and you can see here's the water, and here's the tower wall that we're on top of, and then here's the actual first floor right down there. There's a little patio area. You can see that down below. It's a long ways down. Long ways down. All right, so next photo here, show you guys. So here's the little lookout area, and you can just see tons of trees, and it was a pretty time of year. Being in the fall, you could see some of the leaves changing on quite a few of the trees, so you had a lot of variance and shades of color, which made it really pretty. And then you can see the lake here. The lake is a lot bigger than you think it is, and it goes way back there, but super pretty. Let me show you the next one here. Here's off to the side. So down below, you can see the other part of this Tucker Tower in the lower part, and that's the roof there. But yeah, super pretty lookout area. Loved it. And there's kind of like a hike that you hike up down from this area, kind of. There's a little museum. Wait, let me see here. It's actually over here. There's a little museum right here. You can't see it in the picture, but it overlooks the water, and they just talk about the whole state park. It's really pretty. It has like a glass wall. I didn't get any pictures of it. I should have, but I didn't. And it overlooks the lake, and it's really pretty down here. Anyways, you hike up from that museum, and you come up to the Tucker Tower up here. But yeah, super beautiful. And here's another photo from another angle there. But yeah, it was really, really pretty area up there. Really enjoyed it. I would definitely go back though. But yeah, so those are the pictures that I've got from that. I didn't take a whole bunch. Wasn't really going to, but once we got up to the tower, I wanted to take some pictures, and kind of save that. So I'm sure probably in a couple weeks the leaf colors will probably change a lot more. Another pretty time to go up there take pictures would probably be either in the morning in the sunrise or the sun setting. I'm sure the leaves change colors a lot in that. But yeah, so that's what I had. Boom. Okay. Joe says he's from Iowa, but he likes camping. That's great. I like camping too. Hey, Judy May, good to see you in here. Didn't see you sneak in, but yeah, it was a fun trip though. I really enjoyed it. So let's see here. The second night, it got colder. It dropped another couple more degrees. I think by 3 or 4 a.m. it dropped down to 27 degrees that Saturday night / Sunday morning. But I don't know what it was. Something maybe because it was colder. I slept better. I slept a whole lot better. I'm not sure how that worked out, but it was great. It was really nice. Hey, there's the Vineyard Farmhouse. What's going on? Good to see you in here. Oh, and there's Tree Haven. Jess, what's going on? Glad to have you in here. Yeah, she is sneaky. Judy May is very sneaky. But yeah, so it's kind of weird because I know that it's pretty delayed whenever I'm talking. It'll probably be 5 or 6 seconds later by the time you guys see it and hear it. So it's interesting just looking at the chat and coming back and responding. But yeah, super fun. I enjoy camping in a tent. I think it's great. I think next time I might do maybe a little bit more remote camping, so it's not near everybody. But yeah, it was pretty cold though, 27 degrees, and getting up Sunday morning, and I had some frost on top of my camping gear or my outdoor gear. So when I went to go make breakfast, I had a pack outside that had frost all over it, and I left my coffee mug out there, and it had I think a little bit of water on top of it, a little bit of water in the base of it. But yeah, that part froze. Had ice in there. So had ice in there if I wanted to make some iced coffee, but I didn't go for that. Hey, Sand Van, welcome in. Good to see you. Glad you're here. All the way from Australia. That's great. What time is it in Australia? I bet it's really early. It's probably what, morning? That's for sure. Yeah. So that's what happened there Sunday morning. Trying to think, did I make breakfast Sunday morning? No, we didn't. We wanted to make sure that we cleaned everything up. So all I did was I made water so I could make. Did I make coffee? Yeah, so I could make coffee. I wanted coffee in the morning and I was cold, so I ended up leaving my camp stove on so I could get warm. I wanted to make a fire, but knowing that we were leaving, I didn't want to have to sit there and wait for all the wood to burn and put out the fire when we left. 11:18 a.m. Yeah, I thought so. Completely different day there. But yeah, so we wanted to pack up and get things going. And so yeah, didn't make breakfast. We went into town to what did we go to? We went to Cracker Barrel. That's right. But yeah, so I just made water, heated up some water for some tea. Well, no, coffee. Made some coffee and just left the 2 burners of my camping stove on so I could stay warm. It was super cold. It was still, I think, 29 degrees or 30 degrees by, I don't know, 7 or 8 a.m. So super cold. And I just stayed near that little camping stove. Yeah, it was cold. But you know what, though? I noticed one thing. When it's cold outside, any kind of a hot meal tastes 10 times better just because you're cold. Those of you that have camped out in the cold know what I'm talking about. Just having a hot meal. Doesn't matter what it is. It tastes amazing. But yeah, so Saturday night we had a nice sized campfire, and that was amazing. We definitely needed that because it got a lot colder Saturday night. And you guys, I enjoy good campfire. It's a lot of fun. In fact, I think a couple of my jackets actually still smell like smoke from the campfire, but that's the way it goes. Hey, we got T&J Farmhouse. Oh, not farmhouse, homestead. T&J Homestead. Good to see you guys. Glad you're here. Yeah. So that was basically the camping trip. It was a blast. That was fun just to get out and get away for a while, unplug. I did do one short little live for 15 minutes. What was that? Was that Sunday? No, it was Saturday. So I did that for 15 minutes there for a second while my friends were off doing other things, and so it was a lot of fun though. It's really nice to unplug. Yeah. So what else? Oh, I tried for this coffee. I tried this camping coffee. It's like a pour over. It comes in these little pouches, and they expand out and have these little arms, and they hook onto the side of your mug or your cup, and then you just pour hot water into it. It's basically like a little filter, little paper filter is what it is. It has coffee in there already pre-measured and all that. So tried that for something different. It was pretty decent coffee, not too bad. And we got Backwoods Mindset in the house, people. Eating some food. That's good. You got to eat your dinner. But glad you're here. Yeah, so that was the whole camping thing. That was the whole camping experience. Hopefully I'll do it again. This next time I might do it by myself. We'll see if I get enough time. We're supposed to have some weird weather coming in this weekend. I thought about doing it this Saturday, doing some camping on my own, but we're forecasted to have some rain, sleet, snow stuff, junk. So, yeah, I don't know if I want to camp in that. We'll see. We will see. But, yep, that's the way it went. All right. How much time we have? It's 7:23 right now. Okay. So we got time. I want to pivot here or transition, and I'm going to share something else. I want to share a channel with you guys. Let's remove that one. Trying to do my settings here with you guys. I want to share. Where is it? Isn't it fun trying to figure this stuff out when you haven't ever done it before? Where is it? There it is. Okay. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Trying to figure these settings out. Bear with me, guys. Come on. There it is. Okay. Share. And then I want to go. Man, I don't know why it has to be so difficult, but it is. Okay. So I am going to add this right here. Have you guys ever heard of a channel called Mennonite Farmhouse? That's what I wanted to know if you guys had. And I am just going to read this off to you guys, what it says inside of their about page. Focus of this channel is pantry cooking from scratch and food preservation. She loves to can and dehydrate food and that she grows. And I will also be sharing recipes that I enjoy making. I will always follow and promote approved recipes and food safety handling. I have no control over any other channel's content. I am not claiming to be an expert on any topic, and I'm sharing how I do things myself. And I highly recommend that you research anything you see on my channel from other resources too, so you can make an informed decision for yourself. And she also puts in here, if you're interested in other products I use in my videos, head on over to her Amazon influencers page. She talks about that part. But the other thing is, it does help her channel, and the proceeds from the monies that she makes from the Amazon storefront Spring Store will be paid forward to making quilts for veterans. So that's something that she does, is she makes quilts for veterans, which is really cool with any of the money that she gets from that affiliate store. And it's known as Quilts for Valor. So if you ever want to check a really cool channel out, it's really neat how she does that. And she bakes all sorts of stuff that's really, really cool. But the main reason why I wanted to share this channel was not for the food that she makes or anything like that, but for something else entirely. So I am going to stop sharing that part there, and I'm going to share another screen, if it'll let me. Okay, share screen. And where is it? That is the question. There it is. All right, let's share this. Okay. So picture this. You are a farmer and your livelihood is in farming. That's how you make the income. Most of your income for your family is through farming. And this is Mennonite Farmhouse's farm, their family farm. This right here that you're seeing is a grain bin or a grain silo. And in this one is corn. And so right now is the middle of harvest. This actually happened in October 30th, October 31st. What happened was one of these augers inside there slipped and made a spark, and all the corn inside of it caught fire. And so the firefighters were called out there. They drilled holes in the side of this silo to pump water in there to put it out. And this wasn't like a one-day occurrence. It didn't just go out in one day. This took several days to put out. The firefighters had to come back. And in between the firefighters fighting this fire, they had to pump out some of the corn, as much corn as they could. And so you can just see this is a big mess. And it took 3 or 4 days to finally put out that fire. And from what I was reading, one of the firefighters actually inhaled too much smoke. And so he had to go to the hospital. And I just found out about this not too long ago. So this was the 30th, the 31st through the 1st of November. And so here's the other thing that's hard. This is where most of their income comes from, is from harvesting that corn. And now that bin needs repair, and they're going to be repairing the floor inside of there. It was very tragic, very sudden that all has happened. And so right now they're in a haste trying to do the repairs so that they can hurry up and harvest all the corn, because the freeze is basically there and they're in a rush to do it. And so I just wanted to highlight this event that happened to them. These guys, they don't have insurance. This is a family farm and they don't have insurance on it. And so I'm not telling you guys what to do or anything like that, but inside the description of this live, down in the bottom there, I have a link to their PayPal. And so if you want to, you don't have to. I'm not asking you to, but if you want to, you can donate to them. And any of the donations that are going to them is going to help them with this recovery of this. So I just wanted to present an opportunity for you guys to pray for them, give your heartfelt thoughts to them, and just somebody that's really awesome inside of this YouTube community and could really use our support. So just wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. And I'll see if I can also copy the link, and I'll put it inside the chat here. See if I can do that for you guys. There you go. And yeah. There you go. I just put it in there inside the chat. So if you feel led to or prompted to give to that, you're welcome to. You can donate. But yeah, so I just wanted to give an opportunity that we can support somebody in this community, and she does a lot for a lot of people. So just want to let you guys know about that. And just share their story with you guys. So it's a lot. It's a lot they're dealing with. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Linda was saying that corn will burn a long time. Yeah, because the corn's completely dry, and so it's really hard to put out the corn inside the bin because there's so much of it. It's an equivalent of having a huge bag of sawdust and an ember going in the bottom of sawdust, and then trying to put out all the sawdust. It's very difficult. Even soaking it, very difficult. But yeah. How's it going? Back to Country Homestead. Good to see you in here. Welcome. We got Alice Evans. I don't know if I've said hello to you, but welcome in here. And we got Woman Outdoors, CNC Farm. Glad you guys are here. Welcome in. But yeah, they could use your prayers for sure. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing there. There we go. But yeah, so those are the big things that have been going on with me, and then I want to share that story with you guys. That's actually the main reason why I wanted to use this platform was for that, so I could show you guys and share. Yep, sure will. But yeah, so looking at camping maybe tomorrow night. We'll see on the weather. I don't know what that's gonna look like. You know how that is this time of year. It can be a toss up. That's for sure. Back to Country Homestead. Have you guys gotten all your windows and doors all in yet? That'd be the big question for you guys, right? And I'm sure you guys probably wonder, the other thing is, when are you gonna make part 2 of the last video? That's another question. I haven't finished the editing on it yet. Honestly, I haven't started the editing on part 2. I've got it all together. It's like a rough draft of editing for that video, but I've got to reorganize it and then finish it up and then polish it. So yeah, and that's gonna take some time, and it's been a little hectic. It's been a little hectic this week. That's for sure. So the other thing too is today is Thursday, and I go live on Thursday. Is a schedule I'm trying to keep, and with that, next week on Thursday, I don't know if you guys know what's happening. Maybe you do. Something about a turkey. Maybe that's it. I don't know. No, it's Turkey Day. It's Thanksgiving next Thursday, and so I won't be live that day. I'm gonna be with my family eating some food. Probably too much food, but I'm looking forward to that. And someone asked me, they're like, "So, does your mom make all the food for Thanksgiving?" I was like, "No, that's not how it works in our family. Well, all of us, the whole family, we all make different dishes or different items, whatever it is." But the one that always cracks me up is whenever we have a group text with the whole family, is one of my brothers always puts in there mashed potatoes. Who's making it? He has to make sure that we always have mashed potatoes. Have you guys ever heard of adding sour cream when you're making mashed potatoes? I hadn't till about 2 years ago, and it tastes good. Add lots of milk, lots of butter, and add some sour cream in there, and it tastes amazing. Have you guys never heard of sour cream going inside of mashed potatoes? It is good. So if you haven't, it is awesome. That's right. Gobble, gobble. I'll put that up there. Here you go. Gobble, gobble. But yeah, so looking forward to that time with family, getting to hang out, eat some good food. But the other thing I was wondering too, one of my sisters was talking about what are they going to make as far as desserts go. And I think she's going to make, was it buttermilk and pumpkin pie, which is good. I think my favorite Thanksgiving pie is I think it's pecan. I like that one. I mean, traditional Thanksgiving for us or Christmas pies is buttermilk, pecan, pumpkin, and then it'll be a toss-up. Sometimes we'll do other things too. I'll beg either one of my sisters or my mom to make an apple pie. So I think that's awesome. Apple pie is great. Good stuff. So we'll see. Oh, that's cool, Linda. That's awesome. I'm glad you get to do that. But what is your favorite dessert? Do you have a favorite pie, or is it something else entirely? Right? Exactly. Yeah. So Brian made a good logical statement right there. I always put sour cream on my baked potatoes, so I imagine it would taste good in the mashed potatoes. See, that's good logic right there. But why didn't I think about that before? Sorry, guys. I'm looking over here at the other chat, trying to make sure I get everything. It's kind of hard when you got all these windows up. Somehow I've got to come up with a little bit better system than like 20 windows. But yeah, apple pie is great. I love apple pie. Joe says he misses his mother's mince meat pie with whipped topping. Interesting. That's different. Is that like a pot pie type of thing? Marianne says she likes pumpkin pie and pecan pie. Yeah, I like pecan pie for sure. One of the recipes of pecan pie I like is one instead of using corn syrup, using honey. I think that one's really good. Beth says she doesn't like sour cream, but in mashed potatoes it's good. There you go. See, the census is in, and sour cream is here to stay. But I'm sure if we jumped on pineapples going on pizza, whether that's a good idea, I don't know. I think that'd be a conflict in this group. Apricot pie? I don't think I've ever had apricot pie. I've had apricot jelly and apricot jam and apricots, but I have never had a pie with apricots. You don't like pumpkin pie, but you like sweet potato pie. That's what Mullen Dobson said. That's another one sometimes, like some of my family members will make, is sweet potato pie. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. What's the other dish? I can't think of the name right now. Sweet potato casserole, is that right? Or mashed sweet potatoes? Something like that. That's good. I like that. But I guess it also depends upon how it's made, but it's good. Yeah. Speaking of sweet potatoes, have you ever had sweet potato pancakes? Yeah, sweet potato pancakes. I had that for the first time. I think that was 2 or 3 years ago. Super good. I was surprised by that. That was awesome. Heather said that they're going to visit family for Thanksgiving. Hey, that's great. So Linda says pineapple is on pizza is great, right? And Treasure Hunter just aims right back. One Dobson, that's illegal. Oh, let's see here. Wait, that's what it was. It was Wanda Dobson. I got him confused. So it's illegal for Wanda Dobson not to like pumpkin pie. Oh, I'm with you, Treasure Hunter. I'm with you. You got to have the pecan. I mean, not pecan. You have to have the pumpkin pie, right? Oh, man. Oh, there you go. That's the one I was thinking of. Pooch got it right there. Candied yams. So those are good. Yeah, candied yams or candied sweet potatoes. Really, really good. I remember, who was it? Was it coworker? Someone would make it, and it was like pecans on top, and it was candied on top. Oh, it was so good. Candied yam casserole or whatever you want to call it. That thing was amazing. But yeah, see, I'm sure some of you guys have already eaten dinner, and now you guys are hungry because we've been talking about food again. But yeah, and the other thing that we're doing, I think, differently too, is we're going to do one smoked turkey and then one fried turkey. So we're going to do one of each. And I've been tasked with doing the smoked turkey. So we'll see how that goes. We've been having problems with our electric smoker. So it might be a long day. I think I'm going to smoke it the day before. So, which is what, Wednesday? So I'm gonna try and smoke it that day. Make sure I get it done. Roadhawk says he doesn't care for pineapple. Well, that's okay. Just because you don't care for the pineapple, I think the pineapple probably still cares for you. Okay, Roadhog. So you can feel affirmed on that. Oh, Journey Along Shannon writing back. I love pineapple on pizza. Yeah, there we go. And Back to Country says pineapple is illegal on pizza if you balance it with jalapenos. Oh, unless you balance it with jalapenos. I'm sure that's probably what he meant. Yep. Man, we're just all in the food now. I think I started that, didn't I? It's my fault. My fault. Beth says, used to make sweet potato balls. They were kind of like sweet potato funnel cake. Sweet potato funnel cake. Interesting. That's different. But hey, it's fried. It's got to be good, right? Okay. We got some very opinionated eaters here. That's for sure. Got all the experts. But yeah, so I am looking forward to it though. It should be a fun time getting to hang out with family. And yeah, we'll see what other adventures we have there at the house. I'm sure we'll probably play some kind of a lawn game or something else too with the family. One of the things that we've been doing is we play this lawn game called ladder ball, and I typically trash talk my brother-in-law and say that my dad's gonna beat him, but my dad doesn't ever beat him. They get close, but man. Hey, Chef Sketty is in the house. What is going on? It's good to see you. Oh, who likes cranberry sauce? It depends, okay? Cranberry sauce is difficult to make. You really got to know what you're doing. And something that's different that our family has always done is we actually get orange peel and we add orange peel in it with oranges, which is very, very different. But there's something about it, along with the cranberries and then adding the right amount of sugar to it. It tastes really good. Let me know if you guys have ever had a cranberry sauce or made a cranberry sauce to where there's actually a little bit of orange peel inside of it. Super good, though. Heather asked, are you going to watch football tonight? I don't even know who's playing. If I watch football, it's usually when I'm with friends, and that's about it. When I'm by myself on my own, I typically don't watch it. So usually either with family or with a friend when I'm watching it. I'll usually watch the highlights. That's how I am. Or someone else will tell me usually. But yeah, so let's see here. What else we got? Full Blown Country says cranberry relish is his favorite. Nice. Yeah. No, that food's going to be great. I'm looking forward to that big time. Do you guys have any other big events that you guys do as a tradition for Thanksgiving or for Christmas that's not normal? I remember one thing that we would do for a while is we do Black Friday shopping. It used to be kind of a sporting event that I would go with my older sister, and we would go and do that growing up. So we do stuff like that. It's pretty fun. We'd tag team and know exactly what gifts to get and where they were and how to get them. And we'd always have a game plan. So we would either wake up super early Black Friday morning, or we would stay up all night Thursday night after Thanksgiving and we play games all night or watch movies all night and do that the next morning. So we don't do that anymore. We're too old for that. Yeah, that's for sure. But yeah, we would do that. And that kind of makes me think of the other thing too, is this time of year with Thanksgiving. It's really easy to get caught up in consumerism, right? With just buying different items or different things for the holiday for different people, or even for yourself. And um, we can quickly lose track of what's really important. We can always try to look forward to something that we're going to get that we haven't had and we think that we need, and really it's just something we want. And we think that we need it. We really don't. Um, and always thinking about the next best thing or the next thing that's going to complete us or make us feel better or insert whatever. And yeah, so that's one of the things that kind of happens this time of year is we can really lose track and we can find ourselves into debt or in a bad financial place and ruin our budgets. And yeah, we need to lasso ourselves and bring ourselves back to what Thanksgiving is. And it's giving thanks to God for what he's given us and what he's provided us. And yeah, it's super tough and super easy at the same time to lose track of that and be thankful for what we have and be content. And contentment is not easy. I'll say that, especially when you have stuff in your face and you can see all sorts of new shiny objects and new things you can get and makes you want them. And you don't want to be content for what you have. And no matter what you get, it's never enough, right? So that's one thing that I have to remind myself too, is that one more item and one more thing isn't going to make me happy or give me joy. It might give me a temporary happiness, but it's not going to give me joy. And a joy that surpasses any kind of circumstance, whether good or bad, or suffering or in health. The only joy that you're going to get is knowing who you need to be thankful for, and that's for God and what he's done for you. So that's one thing I always have to remind myself each time around this year. Buying stuff isn't gonna give you joy. Let's see here. Chef Sketty says, I need some new slippers and a few crosswords. There you go. That's awesome. But yeah, just thought I'd share that. And that's something that I constantly have to remind myself too, is like items don't give you fulfillment. That's for sure. And another thing to think about and focus on, if you guys have the schedule and availability, is I just want to encourage, if you're able, to serve at a local pantry, community pantry, or a local church or a soup kitchen, something like that. This is the time of year where they need a lot of volunteers and they don't always get them. And so around November, December, they really need help. So if you ever have the ability in your schedule and you're able to do it, there's one nearby, I encourage you to do it. Definitely do it. Hey, there's Chuck. What's going on? Good evening. It's good to see you. But yeah, if you get the chance, try to serve at one of those places. They need your help. I'll just say that. Had a couple conversations this past weekend with a couple people who volunteer there or help out, a couple of different ones, and they need help. So, and if it's like that here, I'm sure it's like that where you are too. Heather says Green Bay Packers and Tennessee play tonight. Well, there you go. Awesome. But yeah, I am super excited to get to spend time with family though. This will be fun. I always have fun with it. I think the most fun part is when my brothers and I we give my mom a hard time. You got to do that though, right? Yeah, Chuck Norris is here. Oh, yeah, that's right. Chuck Norris is here. Life with Belinda and Chuck. So you got Life with Belinda and Chuck Norris, or AKA the Chuckster. Yep. That's right. It's really you. That's right. You got it. Hmm. Yeah. I have had a fun time with you guys tonight, though. This has been great. It's been good to just sit here and get to talk with you, talk with each and every single one of you, and just see you here in the chat. It's a lot of fun. Maybe it's Chew Chuck. Maybe it's Chew. What? What is? Oh, Shannon. Maybe it's Chew. Maybe it's not me. It's Chew. Oh, that's special. So, question here. Does anybody have any good Thanksgiving jokes? That's my question. Any of you guys have good Thanksgiving jokes? I've got that question for you guys, though. All right. So, I've got one here. First one. What did the turkey say to the turkey hunter on Thanksgiving Day? Quack, quack. Didn't want to be hunted. So that's what you do. You say quack, quack. Oh. What key has legs and can't open a door? A turkey. That's pretty funny one to know stuffing here. What do you call a running turkey? Fast food. Man. Here you go. What's blue and covered in feathers? A turkey holding its breath. Oh, man. Okay, guys. Here's one of your typical stereotypical jokes, but it's a little bit different, a little bit of a twist. Why did the turkey cross the road? Why did the turkey cross the road? He wanted the people to think that he was a chicken. Why was the turkey put in jail? Oh, this one's going to get you. The police suspected foul play. You ready? Here's the next one. How come the turkey didn't eat dinner? He was already stuffed. Okay. Here we go. What did the turkey say to the computer? Google. All right. Last one here. All right. Last one. Let's roll in with this one, okay? Or roll out, however you want to say it, especially if you eat lots of food. Let's roll out with this one. What did the leftover turkey say? Make me a sandwich. Oh, man. All right. I'm done with those corny jokes. Those are great, but I'm done with those. All right. Well, we got a couple more minutes left. So let me say this. After this live is Oak, Outdoor Adventures with Carrie. I don't know if anybody has her link or could drop it. That would be awesome. I'm going to just pop it up right now. So Oak is what it's called. Carrie's on there. She's going to have her live right after this. I'm going to go ahead and drop her link right here inside the chat. And that way you guys can join her on that live because it'll be fun. Carrie is awesome. She does a great job. And she has lots of awesome content. And she's a lot of fun. and you'll have to hear about her alter ego, Barb Moss, that is on another channel called After Dark with Buck and Barb. Oh no, it's Buck and Barb After Dark. That's what it's called. Buck and Barb After Dark, and they go live on Friday. But they've got lots of comedic, really funny content. So you guys should check that one out. Buck and Barb After Dark. But yeah, so right after this is Oak. Carrie is her name, and she's gonna be right after this. But I'm going to say good night to all of you guys. Thank you guys for being on here, whether you're here in the live chat or hanging out here and watching the replay. I just want to say thank you for being here. And if I don't talk to you guys until next time, I hope you guys have a wonderful Thanksgiving and enjoy your week. But we'll see you, and take care.